All right, we're live. What's up, guys? Happy Thursday. We're starting at 5 p.m., a little later than I'd like, but I was always busy. I'm always so busy. I can never get everything done. God, dude, I need like some kind of assistant. How do I pay somebody to just hang out with me all day and do little tasks for me? All right, let's see. So let's get this started. Today's title, we could make a funny political title like paying for my British ID with Pokemon cards or something, or we could just talk about what's going on. Let's just talk about what's going on. We got a lot of new products. So we're going to say MTG Spider-Man. We're going to say Espeon Break Hot. And we're going to say fresh junk packs. Yep, the junk packs are restocked. Live card shop. I worked on that last night. It took like an hour and a half. The junk packs are not, they're not made instantly. They actually take a little bit of work. And it's kind of funny because it's like the cheapest thing I ever work on. I'm working on these booster packs that are only like $3. But I really like them because I have so much of that stuff, so much material to make the junk packs out of, that it's nice to see that stuff moving. We're going live for Thursday day. Okay. All right. Yeah, it is actually really nice to see the junk packs carrying away all that product that has just been really sitting on my shelves forever. I have so much of that, you wouldn't believe it. All right, let's see. Submission received at Beckett. Wow, that took a long time. I think that's a round of shipping. Let me delete this. I gotta respond to this email. Oh. Let's see. Hold on. All right, there we go. All right. So, wow, I received $10 in USDC. I'm rich! We are going to take a look at our first order of the day. It appears to be this gentleman named Jarrett. He sent me $9 for Jarrett. Let me go ahead and open my iPad. I don't understand. It's $9. Do we have a guy named Jarrett? Hold on, let me take a look. I don't remember. That doesn't sound like a recognizable name. Excuse me. Oh, nope, we don't want that. YouTube's doing an interesting new thing where it picks out my clips for me. And the other day, it highlighted a clip where we were talking about depression, which I guess YouTube liked that conversation or something. I don't know. Check that out. All of a sudden, this is all the way up to 16. I always thought this was popular, and I was surprised when it wasn't moving at first. Now it is exploded. It took 1 day for it to move to 16. So yes, this is popular. It just wasn't moving at first. Magic the Gathering Spider-Man collector booster packs are here. They're cheaper than we thought because the price on the product has moved down as we approach the release date. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes it does the opposite. Sometimes a product comes out and it doubles in price by the time it comes out. But this one got cheaper, which is great. So it went from $95 a pack to $72 a pack. And I'm just excited to see what's in here. Yeah, I mean, even $72 a pack is pretty ridiculous when you think about it. This product really ought to be like $30 a pack or $35 a pack, but those collector booster boxes from Final Fantasy are really something. I went ahead and ordered 3 more boxes of it. So we got these 2, we got 3 more arriving, and then 3 more arriving after that. That brings our total stock of them up to, what, 8? So we're just going to hold on to about 8 boxes of these. Not the most, but, you know, then again, I can never gauge how popular a product's going to be, so I don't want to hold on to, like, $10,000 of Spider-Man boxes that aren't selling. Well, what's going on, guys? Let's see what you guys are saying. A. Perez, Hawaiian Rifleman, Ivan, Vicky Main, Mike Side, William Wafter. Here's NHCC. Hello, NHCC. Ishitaro, Ishigo, Ishimore. Okay, we've got Lord Pop-Tart, Dwight Schrute, sent for the Hypno, excited for the eBay side hustle. Yes, so that's another thing I have to work on. I have to get your name plugged into my eBay account and give you access to that. And then what we do after that is you and I should talk a little bit about how pricing works so that you have like a system to go by. Can't wait to pay off my Final Fantasy. Oh yeah, that'll be really fun. That'll be really fun. So I was looking at that, by the way, and those boxes got a little more expensive every time, so that's pretty cool. They were already really expensive, so like how much further can you go? Let's show off the junk packs real fast. We are waiting for Mega Evolution to arrive. It's already on the way. Mega Evolution's on the way. We just don't have it yet. Remember, we're out here in Lake of the Ozarks. Takes a little longer for stuff to get here, but we will have it. We have a pre-order box break for Mega Evolution. That's a lot. Look at that. I made a ton of these, man. Actually, I think these are really fun. There's some there's some Chinese sexy girls in here, right? Where'd they go? Is there one up front, maybe? Here, maybe one of these. Look. I bought these from a Chinese fake card maker some time back because I thought they'd be popular. Like, these are obviously not authentic, okay? These are not authentic. But I thought maybe there would be some popularity for these when I had them produced and bought them and brought them over here. We did sell a couple of them, and then they just kind of stopped selling, and then I just kind of tossed them in a corner. So now I'm eliminating them in the junk pack. So you get this along with everything else in the junk pack. I thought I need that bag. Yeah, so these are, I'm finally getting rid of them. That's why I'm saying about the junk packs. I feel so good that there's finally this way for me to eliminate some of this crap that's been sitting around forever. That's not an, just so you know, that's not an authentic Pokemon card. That's some kind of booby girl card that I thought maybe would do well on the channel. I thought it'd be pretty funny. Ooh, I should get those metal Pokemon cards and eliminate those too. You know, I still have those. Yeah, I should eliminate those. Mister, you lacking on cracking my order. Right, so you ordered a round of cracking that slab open and sending it off to, was it PSA? Let's see. Let's grab this. Ugh. It was, which one was it that you wanted cracked? Wait, let me just grab the freaking, you show me. So it's in here somewhere. Okay, so it is... Dude, I'm behind on so much stuff right now. You have no clue. I'm behind on everything. Is it this one? All right. And you want this sent to what? PSA? Okay. Let's move this down here. And let's grab. I like these. Okay. Let's try Tag instead. I'll save $9. I think Tag grazed these. Ow. That's my face. Okay. Yeah, it's funny. I feel like the smaller one was doing better with these guys. This wrench has a big, wide tooth to it. Let's get the smaller pair. I heard South Park came out with a new episode. I have not seen it. Has anyone here watched it? What'd you think of it? I was really curious what they would do after the Charlie Kirk shooting, because they had made a Charlie Kirk episode making fun of that guy. In kind of a partisan way, really. And I wasn't sure what they would do next, because their whole season has just been a really heavy criticism of Trump. That's all it's been. I don't know if they changed their tone or if it's still basically the same thing. So we weaken the edges here. That's what we're doing. We're weakening the edges, because when we actually pop this open, we want the holds here to be. There we go. Yeah, I feel it. See, it's coming apart right now. I like that. Okay. So the smaller tooth on this wrench is actually good in some cases. Wow. Charlie Kirk was on a podcast, and they were talking about that episode that featured him. He said he thought it was hilarious. So that'll be 30. Well, I think that episode was pretty clearly, again, I think it was partisan politics. I think that they were basically just saying he was bad, right? Like, isn't that the impression you get from the episode? And then I think Charlie Kirk responded to it by saying that's hilarious. Ha ha ha, I love it. And I think that's because, you know, when you're deciding how to react to a heavy criticism of yourself, you have to decide what's your best move. And I think that's what Charlie Kirk decided on. He said, my best move is to say I love it. There we go. And so you hear a lot of people repeat that message, but the episode itself wasn't like kind to him. You know, it wasn't like, it was, you know, it was a criticism is what it was. Pretty clearly. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to break off that corner there. So there we have it. We have all the weakened edges. Good. Wonder if exposing myself to all this plastic could be bad. Something tells me it's probably not good. Probably not supposed to be, you know, touching all this plastic. I was reading about how another study confirmed that touching the receipts from the grocery store, it's real bad for you because it rubs a chemical off on your skin. How interesting is that? We better not let go of it now. The card has shifted. There it goes. All right. So there we have it. All right. Yeah, be careful when the card starts shifting around in there. You're not allowed to let the case back down at all. It can only go one direction up. Okay, you ready? Let's see. Let me ask the Magic Conch if I should skip cookies this week. Can you read my question? Hey, quick question. Why degrade cards then sell them for like $5? So that you can have $5 cards. How nice is that? Yeah, that's so nice. Rip Charlie Kirk. Charlie saw the forbidden knowledge. Used those muscles. Can you read my question? Knew you must ask the Magic Conch. Let me ask the Magic Conch if I should skip cookies. The Conch says, hell no. I'm doomed then. I grab my grocery receipts with my mouth. Wonder when the next rapture is. Yep, see you all next year. I saw a video of a woman who left a like $1,400 in tips because the rapture was coming. So she was giving all her money away, all of her, you know, bank cash. And she had like $1,400 and she gave it all away as a tip, telling the waiter, hey, you know, the rapture is coming. You got to get ready. And after the rapture failed to occur, she came back and said, hey, I kind of want that money back. And here we go. So let's take a look at this card. I wonder why it got the 9.5 and not the pristine. It's very clean, very clean. Okay, very clean. All right, so that's what the card looks like. But it's thin, top to bottom. That's what's wrong with it. Yeah, look at this corner right here versus this side here. This edge here versus this edge here. You have a top to bottom off centering. They turn that into a 9.5. You better pray your butt cheeks off that they don't turn it into a 9 with the other company. We are, which, you know, we don't talk about that very often. All BGS 9.5s are not 10s. Most of them are, but every now and then it's actually a 9. It actually downgrades with the next company. Anyone find a way to minimize YouTube on the phone app when it's vertical stream? Should I buy DR boxes at 460? I don't know. I'm gonna take a break from buying any more cases of DR product because I'm a huge fan of it, but I've already got a lot of it. All right, so NHCC, did I need to pull this from credit? Is that what I needed to do? Imagine I did, right? So that'll be $36 off my store credit. $1 for the loading the BGS label. The $1 is just for loading the BGS label. What do you mean loading the BGS label? I don't see what you're saying about that. Top load the BGS label? You want me to put the BGS label in a top loader? I want to keep it. Okay. Okay, let's see. 145. I gotta go retrieve it now from the trash. 109. Good. Okay. Where'd it go? Should be like in here. This thing? Mr. No Inferno X on the way? We have lots of Inferno X, but it's not here yet. In fact, I don't even have the, I haven't been informed that it's getting shipped yet. So it's not on the way yet. The guy who ships it to me, he's really good. He lets me know when it's getting shipped. So he hasn't told me that it's shipped out yet. And he gets his product on time, so, you know, there we go. Some people get it early and they're not supposed to, you know that? And we don't get it early. It's just how it is, I'm afraid. And then when it is time for it to come out, it actually has to ship over here, so. But yeah, you're really not supposed to get it early. Wait, I can just cut the top off. Mr. needs a long vacation. Not really. I've been doing this for like 6 years with no vacation. I'm used to it. I think about the vacation sometime. Maybe I'll be like Steve Jobs or something one day, laying in my deathbed going, why did I do all that? Why didn't I spend more time playing around instead of just working all day? But I'll figure that out when I have cancer or something. We all get it, right? We all get cancer or heart failure or something. So one day I'll be told I have one of those things, guys. What do you think of that? Do you ever dwell on that? There you go. All right, so this should go into an NHCC bag. Okay. Got it. Lovely. And this should go right over here. Oh, but I don't have room. God, dude. Motherfucker. Okay. There goes. Good. And then, oh my God, I've literally no space. All right. Whew. So that's all done. Thank you so much, Mr. NHCC. What's next? Jarrett, for Jarrett Kroll. He sent me $9. Jarrett sent me $9. Mr. Jarrett with the J-E. I don't know if he had a bag. You would think he has a bag if he sent for $8 or $9. It looks like he's sending shipping. But I don't remember him buying stuff. PokeRev is immune to cancer. Oh, he's better than me. Here's Jessica, Jesse, Jean, Jeremy. Could you please check Discord? Oh, let's see. He says, have a good night. Here's the list I believe you're missing. Are you saying the cards that I have not sent out yet? I mean, you had some going to PSA and some going to tag, right? So those are probably going to tag if I had to bet. Mister, do you watch Nostalgianomics? No, I don't watch hardly anybody. Okay, here we go. Surprisingly watch very little Pokemon content. Ivan Rodriguez, TCC One Piece slab on the table. Heck yeah, dude. All right. The One Piece slab, that is hopefully over here, right? Is it unsold? Yes, it is. It's all yours. You seen the Hexeth announcement? What? There's a Hexeth. Is he leaving the organization? Hexeth. Hexeth summons generals and admirals for rare meeting in Virginia 1 hour ago. Ooh. Very interesting. Spooky. It's a little bit spooky because they don't do a lot of saber rattling, it seems. They just go do stuff. So I wonder what they're going to do. Here it is. Should the news be allowed to report on that? That seems kind of like if you're about to attack your opponent, you shouldn't be ringing the alarm bells for them. That's ridiculous. Should anyone know that that's going on? You are? That's no good. Sean Gallagher, slab away on the Hypno. Hollow. Oh, yeah. Let's go grab that Hypno. Is he still on the table? Is Hypno still on the table? I'm all for freedom of press and everything. I think that's really valuable and important. You have to have that. But I don't know. If you're about to make a military move, maybe you shouldn't have your derpy-ass for-profit media profiles telling everybody, by the way, they're about to attack. Get your defenses ready. Hide your assets. Maybe that's not such a great thing at some point. You know what I mean? Like if you're giving away the sneak attack, for example. But that's interesting. Unfortunately, our opponents usually know before the media. Do they? I'm sure if it was really required for it to be secret, they have some way to keep it secret. Okay, let's see. But that doesn't sound too great, you know? It's just sort of letting your opponent know we're making a move right now. I mean, if you're Russia, if you're Iran, if you're Venezuela, you know it's you. You're like, okay, it's us, guys. Get ready. See? So there's only a few people who need to know that information. And now they know something's coming. Oh, here it is. Found it. Crazy drone stuff going down in Denmark and Sweden past 24 hours. PSA opening in Canada. Oh, nice, dude. Sounds like PSA is going global, guys. PSA global. That's awesome. Ooh. Okay, that's for you, Sean Gallagher. Mr. Sean. Okay, now you said $120, so you're putting $100 down on the Hypno. Mister, do you still have English white packs? Just a couple of them. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 left, and then I'm sold out. And then I actually should have already put in an order for them, huh? Turn this down a little bit. We're jumping right over here. I love how we are 23 minutes into the stream, and I haven't opened a single booster pack because we do so much. We don't just open booster packs when we're live. We do so much. So, Sean, congratulations on your new Hypno. We're going to jump over. It says here you've got Carddass Gengar from March. I'm betting you already finished that. Is that right? We're going to say October 25. Sean Gallagher. PSA 10. Hypno first fossil hollow. $1,000, $100 toward it means you have 900 left. Boom. And again, it says you have a Carddass Gengar. I'm going to mark this as completed question mark. All right. Very good. I don't remember if he has that completed. If it's not completed, you're not allowed to have 2 at a time, okay? Just so you know, it's 1 at a time. Here's Ivan Rodriguez junk pack with the fake card in it, please. That particular one. So the rule is with the junk packs, the rule is you can't pick and choose which pack you get. That is the rule. But here's the thing. I know there's a couple junk packs that have that card. Not a couple. There's a bunch of them that have it. So it's not a super rare junk pack, that one. I'm going to give that to you this time, but the next time it's got to be random, okay? All right, there it is. Whole bunch of the junk packs have these lady cards in them. Bro, there was something waiting at GameStop, and they weren't even open yet. Okay, we got a little Rogan Roller guy. Here's a sport card. That's GI Joe. Here's a poker card. Some of this, some of these girls, some Hello Kitty, and the promo card. All right, I'm very happy to be liquidating these cards. Even if I could have squeezed a little more money out of them, I don't want to. I just want them out of here. I want them gone. I got too much. All right, there we go. Very nice. There we go. Didn't know. Oh, no, that's fine. I was just saying that out loud so everyone else knows. By the way, so we didn't find Jarrett. Is that right? Jarrett sent $9. Here is the... look at that. That's already got 2 people in it. Wow. There's the jumbo pack break, and it's already half full. You know, we ought to make the jumbo pack break a 1 in 5. Turn it into a $200. No. That doesn't work because then it won't fit in the pack. It won't fit in the bag. Oh, and unless we used more expensive booster cards, booster packs. Something to think about. Okay, what was I doing? Jarrett's going to be written down for $9. All right. I don't really know what he was doing there. He gave me his address, and he sent $9, so I don't know what he was doing. I should bring a porta party, charge people at GameStop line $10. Are you still offering the digital collection service? Yeah, so it's $20, and then what is supposed to happen is I take a picture of all your slabs so that you know what slabs you have. It can be very useful. 4 is fine, I guess, mister, says Vishal. Hey, what's up, Vishal? What can I help you with? 4 is fine. For what? I should bring a porta potty. Are you still offering digital collection? I used to sell my place in line on release days and Black Friday. I don't have the gang of Carddass as a slab away, says Mr. Dwight. Oh, was that one canceled? Is that what it was? It was canceled. Is that what it was? I think that's what it was. All right, let me take that. And now it's the mega break. Oh, right. Okay, cool. So there you go. You got Hypno now. Perfect. Now it's all understood. Da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, delete. Okay. Your system looks very confusing, says Mr. J. Jay, help me out. So you say my system looks very confusing. Could you give me some tips on how to make it less confusing? Like, have you shopped at other rip and ships? What do you think I'm doing that's more confusing than a different rip and ship, for example? Mark Valerian says 5 packs of Pokemon Trick or Trade. You got it. Mr. Mark! Ooh, are you getting the new set? Nah, we're going to skip the new set. I say we only get the next new set. We skip this one. All right. There we go. Easiest 400 I made. Here we go. I made money buying the PlayStation... was it the PlayStation 3? Long time ago, I sat in line at Best Buy for the launch of the PlayStation. And then after I got it, I remember walking triumphantly out of the Best Buy. There was a guy at the door offering each person, a little more than the retail price in cash for the box. And I went home and I listed it on eBay and made some nice money. Mimikyu. Okay, nice little Mimikyu. Never seen other ripping ships. Don't even know what this is. Oh, okay. No problem, man. Well, welcome. This is a live card shop. That's what this is. It's a live card shop. We've been running much longer than just about anyone. This was the very first live card shop on YouTube. We were the first one to do it. And we've been running nonstop for 6 years. We have a nice little community going. We're going to hit 100,000 subscribers soon. And we have a lot of great memories and just awesome moments that are examples of all the fun that we have over here. We have unique products that other, live shops don't have. Eventually, it became popular to host Pokemon live shops. So now there's a million of them. But we were the original one on YouTube. It's true. You could actually look up our oldest stream and see we were here like 6 years ago. This is year 7. We're on year 7 now. And so we've completed 6 years. And yeah, we just have a lot of fun. Our unique products include live customs. That's a $20 chance for a slab. Poke Shuffles. That's a $5 chance for a slab, but it's kind of a cheaper slab. Our big breaks here. So the breaks are pricey. They require a $40 buy-in, like this one right here. $40, 1 in 26. So for 40 bucks, you can walk away with that Espeon VMAX. And that's really good because it's an expensive card. It's probably like $800, $900 card right now. Actually, let's look it up. How much is that Espeon VMAX? All right, let's see. What is Espeon going for today? VMAX Alt Art. There's always a premium in the cost here, like the odds. There's always a premium because that premium is the profit margin. So there's a profit margin baked in. And then I used the base price to go restock the product so that one day we can host the same break all over again. So when I host a break on something like that, the first step is I have to go buy another one. That's the first step. And wow, I would say this card is getting close to jumping in price. So you can get, the cheapest one online is $825 before taxes. After taxes, it's more like, so if you're in Missouri, after taxes, it's almost 900, it's 870. Oops, let's get rid of this. So yes, so if you look at it with taxes, a break-even price would be 21.75 spots. Now look, one of those spots is the star card. So that's an additional pull where you get your spot moved over to a different break. So for me, I'm really only collecting 25 spots on that. But then you also have to recall 40 times 26 has a PayPal fee to it. So it's 40 times 26. Comes out to about 1,000, and I pay a, what is it, a 0.35% eBay or PayPal fee. 3.5, so that's about $36. So there you go. The profit margin in there is maybe around $100 to $200 ish. That's what it looks like. And very soon, this Espeon is going to cost $1,000. You can tell actually. Whoa, we just received a big Team Rocket Grunt order. Let me write that down. You can tell this card is pretty close to breaking into the $1,000 range. Like if you go onto eBay, there's one for like $825 and another one for $850, and then it shoots up to $1,000. So I'm like an expert in understanding those price changes. And so I'm able to pick a card, get a profit margin in there for myself, pick up a cheap, pick up the cheapest one I can, and then, in 3 months, it's already gone up in price, and the person who won the break's like, wow, this break was awesome. So that's, it takes some skill to do that. And that's what we're so good at. It takes some skill to kind of detect the market that way. TRG. And you have 534. Now, wait a second. You've already got an existing $80 that you never spent because you had such a good round in the Waifu Shuffles. So this is 80 plus 534. Let me get this in here real fast. Click. 614. There you go. All right, so that's what you're sitting on there, Mr. Team Rocket Grunt. Okay. But yeah, so that's what it's all about. As a card shop, you have to be able to find some profit somewhere. And that's what keeps you working hard. That's what keeps you paying your mortgage and your food bills and your hospital bills, whatever you got. Okay, let's go ahead and put this in your bag. Mr. Mark J. Valerian, thank you so much. You picked up a Trick or Trade Pikachu. If this Pikachu grades 10, he's pretty valuable. He'd probably be $100 to $200 in a 10, especially over time. Who knows what he's worth over time. Go for the Cloud. Yeah, Cloud is pretty close to the end, actually. Cloud, you cannot find one of these Clouds for sale on eBay. That's what makes this break so interesting. So I have one for sale, but last time I checked, there wasn't one for sale on eBay. You can buy the much more expensive Wave 1 Cloud, which is like $1,400 more, or no, it's not $1,400, I'm sorry. It's like $600 more-ish. So, or maybe it's like 600, 500, I don't know, I can't remember. But we got the Wave 2, which is a little more affordable and still very, very desirable. That's why there's no more left. But I don't know if that's still true. The one might have been posted for sale. Let's see. We have Mr. Team Rocket Grunt. Oh, you're actually next. Okay, it's you actually. Here you go. Got your penny message. He says, 3 live customs, 20 Poke Shuffles, 1 in the Jumbo Pack Break, 1 in the Jumbo Pack Break. Right. 1 in the Lucario Prismatic. Nice. 3 in the Espeon Break. Oh. You and another guy went deep on Espeon, which means one of you guys, and maybe both of you guys, are about to miss a lot of money. 5 English White. 5 English White. 6 English Black. Okay, whew. That's a lot. So store credit of $535. Okay, let's do that real fast. minus 535. So you have $79 remaining. This goes back to 79. It's the 116 on the Espeon. How many people have gotten a spot in the break? That's right. That's exactly right. So this is a 20 spot break and 15 people are in it. This is a 26 spot break and 16 people are in it so far. The little red star represents that there's an extra pull where one person gets moved over to this guy. You'll be moved over to this break. So it's like you didn't lose your 40 bucks. You just got put into a different break that you didn't expect to. And so every break is meant to have that ability to transfer one person over. We do it that way to stop the breaks from ever getting too stagnant. Like there's always a most popular break and a least popular break. And we don't want the least popular break to be stuck forever and punish the people that are in it for having joined it. We are like, oh, too bad. Your break's never moving. This is a free copper coin. It was donated last night by Mr. Hawk Kamek. That's his name. It's Mr. Hawk. And we have to give this away. There. All right. We do a lot of giveaways on this stream. I don't know if you guys knew that. So his name is Hawk. His name is Hawk, and he likes Pokemon cards. So refresh on this. These copper coins used to be cheaper, but the cost of copper went up. How crazy. Okay, keyword Hawk. Hawktua? I used to collect pennies. Yeah, it's actually like a huge penny. It's like a huge penny. That's exactly right. This is pure copper. Copper is still used in like construction and other valuable, forms of industry. And it's not really considered a precious metal, but I consider it like just a fun little way to experience what it's like to own a precious metal. Because we do a little bit of precious metals. I don't do pure Pokemon. I do a little bit of precious metals. I do a little stocks. I do a little real estate, a little bit of everything. And I find that that's probably pretty important, not to have all your eggs in one basket. But in Pokemon's case, apparently, I would have been fine having all my eggs in one basket. It would have been fine. In fact, today I would be wildly more successful if I had not bought a big house, if I had not bought a nice car, well, not a nice car. I got a little Toyota SUV. But if I had not spent any money on anything but Pokemon, today I would be even wealthier because Pokemon's all tripled. So, but you know how it is. Yeah, if you do too much of one thing and it goes bad, you're going to be really sad. So, there's always a little insurance where you buy a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and try not to put all your eggs in one basket. Here's the live customs. Mr. Team Rocket Grunt, good luck. We got 1, 2, 3. Very, very, very lucky. Wow, man. Jeez Louise. PSA 10 Wigglytuff. That's my favorite one. All right, now we're having a problem where I don't have enough space. Is that good enough? Oh my God. I have no space. Oh, cool. Okay. Poker Wigglytuff. There we go. So that's for you, Mr. Team Rocket Grunt. I must have liked the price on it. I must have been like, that feels like it belongs in that box. There we go. Ooh. That's called diversification. Yeah, taking a diverse position as opposed to focusing in on one thing. So 20 Poke Shuffles. Ooh, very interesting. Good luck. 20 Poke Shuffles. How will this go? Anyone pick up the new Silent Hill? 1, 2, 3. Okay, you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, so like my reasoning is, let's say Pokemon cards went to 0. Well, at least I still have a house and a car, which are kind of the things you need in life, a house and a car. Okay, Shroodle, Geodude. 20 of these, huh? Dratini. All right, Dratini. Okay, a little sweep there, I think. A little sweep. Maybe not a huge sweep, actually, because you did pull 2 items. Okay, I'm having a sip of my drink here. Let me move this over here. So Geodude and Dratini. Is it this? Well, that's not bad. That's actually like a rainbow Print Wave 3 Geodude. That's actually not terrible. And then the Dratini will be no rarity Dratini. There's a new record price on no rarity Charizard PSA 10. He just sold for $600,000. Actually, it was like $645, which makes him much more expensive than the base set Charizard. So this is a no rarity Dratini 1. It's just a cute card. All right. Good. If the Beatles' last album, Let It Be, came out today in 2025, then their first album would have been released in 2018. Oh, interesting. So sad that Lennon got shot. Assassinated. Another person who got assassinated. It is. They could have been making music together for a little while afterwards, you know. A lot of people speculated that they would have. All right, very nice. Let's rotate this. Here's Slack Off, and here is Gengar. All right, you know, we had to put a card or two up into that live customs box. How about this Gengar? He's pretty cool, actually. Karuta Gengar. If you could pull him for 20 bucks, that'd be neat. He's a Gengar after all. Beatles hardly knew him. Yeah. All right. Very nice. Ho-ho. 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 Don't put the cloud in there, please. Don't put the cloud in where? What, in the live customs? Okay, put this here. Rapidash. So we got your 20 Poke Shuffles, 1 in the Jumbo Pack Break. That's right, we assembled a new Jumbo Pack Break. Here it is. Boy, I love putting these together, but it takes so long. Here it is. It's fun seeing what's going to go in, you know. TRG, you are in. There's 1 spot left. Oh. So you did well on the live customs. You did okay on the Poke Shuffles. You didn't, I wouldn't say you went negative. 3 in the Espeon break. Now that is dangerous. Let's see what happens in that Espeon break. Good luck in there, man. Lespeon. Yes. Lespeon moving by 3 spots. There it goes. In the customs, I only heard of Yoko. Have you heard of Lennon stuff with Yoko? Yeah, Karis and I got a little obsessed with John Lennon for like a month after watching the Beatles documentary posted by, what was it, Disney? And so we listened to a lot of their stuff, and there was a couple good tracks. They weren't as mind-blowing as the Beatles, mind you, but they were okay. Some of them were catchy. We liked a song he never released called Free as a Bird. Here we are. There's a AI version of it where it's more put together. It's a nice song. Let's count it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We're up to 19. I've had the misfortune of knowing Sean Lennon somewhat personally. What? Okay. Me too. I've had the misfortune of knowing the Duke of Giles somewhat personally. There we go. Oh, so that's up to 19 out of 26. That thing's about to go off for sure. When it's that close, it goes nuts. Okay, now you want 5 of the English white and 6 of the English black. Boy, Bev. So you'll have to wait a second because I am going to order a replacement for Pokemon White. We have to have it. I like the ones where it's Noise and Yoko screaming into a microphone. Yeah, she made some weird stuff, didn't she? They also made like short film and stuff like that. They're definitely stinky artists. Artists get into all kinds of stuff like that. Artists tend to do this thing where they're not always perfectly good at producing a product but they like just exploring the, you know, the bizarre. So that is a very stinky artist kind of move. A lot of artists have done that. And the only people who enjoy that is them. We're all like, make good stuff! Make something catchy! There we go. I've had lots of musical artists that I enjoy who go on to make, like, just crap, dude. Like, what are you making, dude? That stinks. Okay, there it is. The Pokemon White restock coming in. Still pretty expensive. Did not get cheaper. Pokemon English, black, white. So white will say coming soon. And we're going to hit save. Cool. Now the Pokemon Black. He's a tortured genius. I see the art in it. Whoa. Like, there was this film they released where there was like this nasty fly crawling over a woman's leg. And it's just like, why? We get it. It's bizarre. It expresses something that no one expresses. It's new. It's the opposite of beautiful. Ah, so smart. But then at the end of the day, you just sort of realize, like, the point of art isn't just some sort of, like, you know, benign throwing together of anything. In the end, people don't want to stare at the mouth of hell all day long. They want beauty. We want beauty, we want sexy, we want happy. That's why everyone prefers the happy ending, obviously. But yeah, they made some just like grotesque stuff, almost as if they were tired of making good stuff. And I was like, all right, whatever you want. Maybe that's why he liked Ono Yoko. Maybe because she would like introduce him to this world of like chaos or disorganization, whereas he's used to everything matching and rhyming and sounding good. Maybe the point is that she liked everything to sound bad, because she certainly sounds bad. There is no question about it. I've heard her screaming in the microphone. It's just so bad, dude. And maybe for him that's like a kind of relief. You never know. You never know. Maybe it's novel. You know, you ever get tired of trying to make music that sounds good? Try this, music that sounds bad. Here's Boldor Vullaby. There we go. All right. You know, you ever hear that theory, when you have too much, you just start, you know, like destroying the things around you because you're so bored. You're like, I'm tired of everything being right. Tired of everything being the way that it's meant to be. Look at Boofy-Lant. It's the Boof. I wish I can get that Pony Pocket Mobster card Saturday. Get here fast. Pony Pocket Mobster. Here's Lampent, Vivizzian. And here's Purloin. There we go. He's a tortured genius. I already read that comment. Oh, I feel my shoulder hurting again. What the hell? Something's really wrong with my left arm, guys. Should I see a doctor about that? Maybe I just let my left arm fall off or something. Wait, do I need to sleeve these? I don't need to sleeve these. These are just hollows. I don't sleeve these. I'd have to use 2 sleeves anyways. And we're about to get more. All right, let's see. Here goes. So your Pokemon Black. Pokemon White basically gives you 1 AR, right? Vullaby. Pokemon Black. This is the red Victini right here, everybody. How many on the Poke Mega Box break? 4, I think. I think there's 4 people. 4 out of 11. Snipping this. Snipping this. You got it. Team Rocket Grunt. Taking a shot. Pray to the Poke Gods. Pray to the gods of RNG. That's what we do over here. We do RNG. It's very fun. How many people we got liked in here? 25 likes. Smash that like button for me, will you guys? Happy Thursday. It's Thursday, and we're officially started. We're in the swing of it now. We're in the midst of it. Here we go. Panpour. We've got Larvesta. Kyurem. Ooh, look at that Kyurem. Okay. Do you sell code cards? Not really. Venipede. Are they valuable? What are code cards worth these days? Here's Landorus. Could you imagine I hire Alexis to just separate code cards all day? Duosion. Now we're talking. Oh, yeah. And Ponyard. All right, so I'm going to say it. the black and white pulls were not that great. They were pretty stinky. Still have a chance to make that back up with the prismatic. Listen to Jan Deck if you like noise. Oh, I like noise, baby. All right, set that there. Now, you are doing an order of the Lucario Prismatics. I think I may do a restock on those as we speak. All right. Excuse me. Boy, they're really pushing that eBay Live, aren't they? They want to compete with like Whatnot and everything. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. This song's jamming. You can hear it? All right. It is jamming. You're right. This guy's right. This is totally jamming. I hate these boxes because they're so huge. All right. So we do have to restock these as we sell through them. Because my goal is not to sell through these and go to zero. My goal is actually to hold them for a while. We're selling prismatic at a new lower price, basically. And the price is actually so low that it's lower than the price that I was paying for the, you know, like the ETBs and the booster bundles. And so when you have that occur, you have to have like a sort of averaging where you keep buying the product for a while. All right, let me go get that box for you. And I'm going to take these out of here. These are the plastic from previous boxes. All right. There we go. All right. Kara's saying the cringiest stuff. Whoa. All right. Talking like a nerd. Whew. Okay. Here are the promos. Set that there. Good. Don't get into politics. It's like talking about their mama nowadays. Nowadays? All right. I'm going to talk about your mama. Nobody talk about my mama. Here's Lucario. No, I would say it's not like talking about someone's mama. I'd say it's like talking about someone's religion. That's what it makes me think of. Like if you say the wrong thing, is like you've blasphemed. Here you are. Blasphemer! Here's Tyranitar. Ooh. People get that level of offended. It's like you've blasphemed. Here you are. All right. Pretty interesting, right? I think it's because people never stopped being religious, but young people aren't that religious anymore. Like they don't go to church. So the new church is actually politics. Okay, you ready? The new religion is like if you say something like, oh, I don't believe in climate change, or abortions, they're not that good, or women should have children, or, you know, there's a long list. And if you say particular items, it really does trigger people. And then you're like a blasphemer. You just, all right, we need to burn this guy at the stake. He's crazy. There we go. But it's weird because a lot of those beliefs only developed in the last 100 years. Could you imagine saying any of those things like 100 years ago? Humanity was kind of like one wave for like 2,000 years. Like, we should have children. We should do this. We should do that. Now you say it's like 2025. You say it and people get insanely triggered over it. They get like offended. They're like, well, I don't want to have kids or something like that. We are. I'm very angry about that you've said that. Here we go. Here's Janine. But you're right. So you kind of have to just shut up. So you just shut up and say, no. I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. Buy my Pokemon cards. And there you go. I feel like there's an ancient Chinese proverb in here. There you go. I'm not here to sell you politics. I'm just here to sell you Pokemon cards. You do whatever you want. Anything at all. I promise you I do not care. Here's Badoo. Look at that Badoo. All right. Hopefully Mr. reads my message. Oh, what did you say? You said, you mean the right Rapidash? Send payment for the Carddass Rapidash. And please give it to Ivan. Oh, okay. You got it. The Surfer is God-level mutant. What are we talking about? TCC doesn't like the Silver Surfer. You heard it from me. Oh, my God. Here it is. Here's Aroma Teas. Putting this here. Shout out to Rifleman. Okay. What do we have here? Here's Duskull Espeon. Look at that Espeon. Oh. Very nice. Here's Professor Seda. Mister, I had the whole day off, and I've been working since the nighttime stream and still working now. What? You're a hard worker. Here's Duskull. Yeah, well, I've been working twice as much as that. Here's Lacey. Oh, Lacey. Okay, lovely Lacey. Here's Archelodon. Lovely Archelodon. Here's Black Belt Training. Ooh. Here's Airy. Look at that Airy. Okay, lovely Airy. Did you like Charlie Kirk? I liked listening to his debates. I thought, you know, actually, but that's because I love all debate. And yeah, he, you know, I've had this feeling sort of for a while that the Republican Party is sort of the party of rebels, rebel thinking, open thinking. And weirdly, I feel like the Democrat Party is the party of conservatives. There are like these traditional ideas like feminism is good, abortion is good, you know, this, that, right? Like these recently developed ideas that we're now very conservative about. Like, we're going to protect these ideas now. Don't question them. You're not allowed to question certain ideas anymore. And so I feel like it's the Republican Party that plays around with ideas now. We are. And so I like hearing the debates. I've always been a big enjoyer of debates. When I was younger, I liked, you know, the comedians. I liked George Carlson. I liked Bill Maher and all this other stuff. Because they would come in and they pulled me away from the Republican Party. I became a Democrat when I was in college because I liked hearing their reasoning and I liked hearing their arguments. And so I'm a guy who likes the experimentation of it all, you know. And so I feel like now on the Democrat side, there's these ideas. You're not allowed to question them. If you question them, you're a blasphemer. You're a terrible person. They'll call you some kind of like ultimatum, you know. And then on the Republican side, they're questioning ideas. They're saying, is this good? And that's why I find that side a little more exciting. It's a little more exciting to hear the controversial things that they're going to say, you know. Maybe you hear it and you go, that's crazy. I can't believe you would say that. You know what I mean? Here we go. All right. But in terms of entertainment, yeah, he was more fun. In terms of his values and his ideas, I'm not a religious person. All of his ideas are founded like on a cornerstone of his religion. So he's like a traditional old school 1990s conservative Republican. That's what he is. and he was a person of religion and faith. And that's what the 1990s Republicans really were. They weren't Donald Trump, which is what we have today. Donald Trump he's a populist, he's a nationalist. But we have like Mitt Romney. He was a Christian conservative, and that's exactly what Charlie Kirk was. But he would go to the college campuses and blow everyone's minds with these ideas like, yeah, abortion's bad. And this was like the worst thing you could possibly say on a college campus to a bunch of people who are in their years where they're going to be the most liberal, the most Democrat that they'll ever be. Because even I was Democrat when I was in college, right? That's for Team Rocket Grunt. Thank you so much. I think we've opened all your stuff now. Yes, we have. So, but it's kind of fun. It's like listening to a guy going up against exactly his most fervent opponent and then arguing his religious-based ideas. And it was fun to listen to. It was really entertaining, actually. All right, Team Rocket Grunt, let's find your bag would be over there. We're going to create a fresh bag because you're going to need a fresh bag for this one. Thank you so much for going deep, man. Yeah, I really enjoy if you can't tell by my personality, I really enjoy a good back and forth. I really do. We are. I've always been that way. Sometimes you hear me talk about my past when I was younger. I made a lot of my friends because I liked arguing or talking about philosophical ideas or perhaps talking politics. And that's how I made all my friends when I was younger, because all the people who really liked me were also the people who really liked those conversations, whether they disagreed or agreed. All right, let's see. And maybe that's one of the things that's changed over the years is now it's very scary to disagree. We are. It's kind of like, hey, you can't disagree with this. You'll be punished. All right, very nice. Do you agree with communism? So communism is a system that believes that you should go to work and then whatever it is you produce, like the money you produce, the excess, that should go to like an authoritarian power like a government. And then the government will take that money and redistribute to everybody as it sees fit. So sort of like in a moralistic way. And I think that the idea of communism is very sort of like, perhaps it's noble. I think that's its best argument is that it's noble. Never really works out that way though, does it? Never. If you give one guy all your money, he starts to abuse it. He's already got the military, so you can't stop him. He's too powerful. He's got the violence. And then if he's got the money too, well, he has all the influence. So he becomes a superpower like the North Korean leader. So, I think it's a system that just doesn't work. And if you look at communist China, what they have is sort of like a state-run authoritarian capitalism. That's what they do now. They allow you to succeed, but the state controls the largest portion of your shares. So the biggest owner of your company is the state. But they say, sure, you can become a billionaire. So that's what they have now in China. It's not really communism anymore. But it is a sort of authoritarian capitalism. Here it is, Mr. I think that's Blake. Is that Blake? BS80 Grip? I can't remember, actually. Okay. Socialism's just sort of like a smaller version of that. It's like a less extreme version of that. I believe in, I don't want to say capitalism. What I want to say is I believe in freedom. I believe in being a free person. And what that means, when you're free, the government takes as little as it needs from you so that you can go work in your farm all day long and keep what you earned, keep what you made. And people demand that the government gets more and more and more involved. But have you ever actually seen what the government does with all that money, how it spends that money? It never really spends the money in a good way, does it? We have like insane amounts of debt. It's always going up. And then they spend the money on just crazy things. And you're like, well, I could have just kept that money. And then I would spend it on my children, my grandparents, my aging grandparents, or maybe a nice new car because I deserve it. I went to work all day. I earned it. And when the government starts to take around 50%, I would say it's getting pretty close to slavery at that point. You think it's good for you. It's almost like a mass psychosis, You being like, we used to burn witches at the stake, right? That's a mass psychosis. Well, I feel like it's a mass psychosis to talk yourself into giving 50% of all your stuff away to the government, and then it doesn't give it back to you. Mark J. Valerian for 3 more packs of Pokemon Trigger Trade. You got it, man. All right. So that's my take on it. And some people are really sold on the communist idea. You know, if you ever examine those people, it's always people who are financially struggling really bad. And what I would tell them is you don't have to give in to these sort of seductive ideas about Santa Claus and tax everybody. What you could do, and I really believe this, you could just go develop a great work skill and go get paid. Go get paid. Go learn how to build homes. Go start up a small electrician company or small plumbing company. Go get in the trades. Go become a truck driver and instantly start earning like $70,000 a year. You know, when you start earning like a sizable income, you're going to realize how ridiculous taxes are. You're going to be like, this is stupid as hell, dude. We already got Sinistra. We got Darkrai. Ooh. And that's kind of what happened to me too. You know, like once I got out of college and I started actually earning. See, a lot of people in college, they're ooh, look at that Gengar. A lot of the people in college, they're not making any money yet. The moment you land a decent job, you're going to be like, holy hell, dude, I just lost a quarter of my paycheck. Where does that even go? You see the numbers on your paycheck stub and you're like, that's insane. Where does all this money go? And then after the government's taken all that money, you go buy something and the government says, wait a second, I need more. So you buy a home and the government makes you pay taxes on the fact that you bought it. Wow, you got the Gengar and the Pikachu now. And then the government charges you taxes every year that you own that home. You don't own it. You're just paying rent. You're renting it from the government. And it all starts to kind of seep in. You get older, you get wiser. All of it starts to make sense. You go, oh, I get it. The government just kind of squeezes me for money all the time. Kind of like in The Matrix. You ever watch The Matrix where the bad guy is like a robot, you know, futurism robot thing that squeezes you like a battery? Well, that's what the government thinks of you. You're a battery. Go to work, pay off your home taxes, pay taxes to buy the food that you need to eat, pay taxes for the gas you need to move around, and then die one day. And hopefully you gave them more than you took. Here's Andy Dirksen. Hey, mister, please sign me up for the digital collection. My Discord name is blah, blah, blah. You got it, man. All right, Mr. Andy. I'm going to go set up a digital collection. What that means is he will have a... Let's duplicate this. He will have a channel that only he can see. Here we go. And let's go edit this channel. So we'll remove this. These are fun subjects. I'm happy to share my opinion on it. And I just ask that you guys respect that I have an opinion and you can have an opposing opinion. All right. Gotcha. And you will have the ability to view the channel. All right, go check it out, Mr. Andy. You got a private listing in the Discord server now. Now, I don't know how that would work if that really scaled up. Like if 100 people had the digital collection service, how would that even work? By the way, we do have one spot left in the jumbo pack break. Ooh. Mr. ordered a couple weeks ago and my order never arrived. Says Funny Man. What's up, Funny Man? What was the name of the order, Mr. Funny Man? Tell me the name of the order. Are you brand new? Did you know we don't automatically ship your stuff? I want to help you, okay, Mr. Funny Man? I'm glad you came in here. I want to help you. We got to start by knowing what your name is, what your bag name is. Yes. Topps Chrome is making a Disney and MLB collab. Like a baseball thing? Cardboard Gold Rush. NHWC, my name is Blake. Appreciate you, sir. Yeah, let me know what the name of the order was. We can go look up your bag or slabs. If it's slabs, you got to tell me that it's a slab, okay? Let's start doing a little research. Here's an order from Mr. Mark for the Rapidash. Give it to Ivan. Really? That is so nice. Oh, I set it to the side already. Packs, no slabs. Oh, okay. No problem. So what would the name on the order be? Mark. Oh. This goes to Ivan. By the way, this feels like it's dead already. Do you have a Discord section for this? For help with your shipping? No, you just contact me by, mail, email, or private message or whatever you need. Here it is. There it is. Mr. Funny Man, we need the name of the order. Let me know the name of the order. We can get started. Oh, maybe you're trying not to say the name of the order. So you can send an email right here. TheCardconomist@gmail.com. So you can send an email right here for help with your shipping. We'll get it taken care of. Hey, speaking of which, did I get any emails from anyone? Making sure I don't miss any emails. I don't think I did. Okay, good. Can't ignore any emails. Here's Mr. CS-Man. Okay, Mr. CS-Man says, the cards missing are all PSA submissions. There were 2 Dark Jolteons, so I don't know if you just only wrote it once, but the other 6 are different. Okay, have no fear. Probably what is going on is I probably put them in a different box. You said all PSA submissions. All right, let me go look into that real fast. I'm going to stand up and check and see if they're in a nearby box. All right, so I'm just going to do this real fast. And then after this, we will have to look for those like after the stream or something if they're not in here, okay? Okay, so let's see. CS-Man, CS-Man, CS-Man. CS-Man. CS-Man, 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 CS-Man. CS-Man, CS-Man. All right, there it is. So, from the looks of it, these have T's on them. That's why they didn't go out. There we are. Now, if I made a mistake and they were supposed to have a P on them, we can go painstakingly search that one by one. There's a Dark Jolteon. Okay. I'm assuming... Why do these have no... These are mine. All right. So, those appear to be some of the ones in the list. I'll email you later. Sounds good. Okay. And let me place this here now. All right. I wasn't sure if you saw that. You saw the Mr. CS-Man? Hopefully you saw it. Here's Austin Newsome. 2 ghosts from the past night. So the good news is the cards are right here, so nothing bad's going on. But, you know, they say T on them, like tag rating. Which makes me think they were supposed to go to tag. All right, but we got to be careful with that because there was a price difference between those 2. So we got to make sure we send them to exactly the correct place. What? Topps Chrome is making a Disney and MLB collab. Here we are. Ta-da! 1-2, Austin Newsome. There we go. I heard you were running for president, Austin. There you go. Here's Blaziken. Here's Piranha Plant. And here's Ma Camp. It's Ma Camp. Ta-da! Do you guys think Gavin Newsom has a chance to be president of the United States? What do you guys think? You are? That guy so clearly wants to run. You can feel it. You can feel it. You can feel he's interested. So here's a cold one. And Master Flare. Ooh, Master Flare. He's got lots of hair. I hear that's very important. There we go. What does that say about us as a species? You got to have hair. You got to be tall. Okay. Austin, thank you so much. That's 2 ghosts of the past, but not a ghost rare. Lovely. Oh, wait. Do I need to scroll down? Oh, you guys still here? Are we still here? No one's talking. Someone say, me, 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 me. Chat got quiet. Make sure we're still live. Why don't we grab a card that needs to be priced? Frozen. Okay, there we go. Blooper. Me, 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 me. It says P. Brad. What's up, P. Brad? All right. Closing this. Blooper. Mm-hmm. Ah, wow, this card went up in price, actually. Should I even sell it? Maybe I should not sell it. This card has actually gone up in price. I need to make a video about that. So this card, I was going to sell it, but it seems to be worth, as a hold, it seems to be going up. This is 1989 Carddass Blooper. I guess I bought him because I can't think of a lot of better Mario cards to invest in than something like this. I really like buying the Mario cards. Yeah, maybe I should just hold on to this and keep growing my Mario collection. I don't know. I had this one for sale too, this Piranha Plant. Maybe I just hold them. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know what to think of them. I bought them because I really liked the way they looked, and then my gut told me, why don't you just get rid of those? Like, they're not exciting enough. They're not unique enough, but they seem to have gone up in price. Yeah, I'll just hold on to them for now. Anyways. Hey, mister, got any sweet Pikachus? Yeah. Do you think religion and politics should be separate or together? Well, I think to a certain degree they're inseparable. It's not like you can separate them, because your politics come from the things that you find, like everyone has sort of like a moral axis in their head about what they think is good and what they think is bad. So, for example, in modern day society, the big moral axiom has to do with like immigration is a big one, right? And some people fall on one side and some people fall on the other side. And this leads back to your worldview, and your worldview is often dictated by your religion, with some people being, non-religious, secular, and some people being extremely religious. And so you can't really separate them, because many people draw their political views from their religious views, including not having a religion. You are. Jesus was a Republican. Oh, I'm an idiot. The Dark Jolteon is worrying me a little bit in the EV because I didn't see it. It's your first time in a while, so I don't blame you. It'd be easier if you were over here and you could just hold them in your hand and see them, So, but yeah, I've been doing it for a while. I usually don't make any mistakes. Actually, I've made 0 mistakes on card grading. 0. Yeah, I don't think I've made a single mistake in a long time, because you can't afford to. If a card goes missing during card grading, it's like $100 to replace it. It's expensive. So we make no mistakes on the card grading. It's extremely rare. If it ever does happen, you get a replacement, and it's always good. Always a fair and good replacement that you go, oh, I'm good with that. So we have an order now from our good friend, Mr. NHCC, Lawbreak and Uwu Shuffle. Lawbreak. Oh, that's going to be this one right here, the Mega Break. Oh, he's creeping up. There it is. Jesus was a carpenter. There we go. Yeah, Jesus knew a thing or two about wood. Yes. I heard he hung out with 12 dudes, too. It was pretty strange. A lot of men. We are. And he made them eat his body. Crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh. There we go. So it says it's at 9. We're at 9. I guess it was overcounted by 1. Probably somebody had canceled a spot. So there are 5 spots left in Trafalgar still. Kill me. We are. Mr. Hawk. Look at this. Let's give out another spot. We have P-Brad. PB Brad. Oh, yeah. Number 3. Douglas. Mr. Douglas. Thank you. McCaughey? Or is McCaughey? McCaughey. William Wafter. William Wafter. All right. 2 spots left, everybody. Just so you know, we restocked these beautiful junk packs. Oh, and you know what we're not displaying that we should have displayed the entire time, but I'm dumb, so we didn't display it because I'm dumb. We should have been displaying this. The Spider-Man set's here. Oh my gosh. This is the new Spider-Man set. How did we not have this out on the table for people to see? We are sorry about that, guys. So Spider-Man collector booster. Oh, the Uwu Shuffle. 1 Uwu Shuffle. Here goes. All right, you ready? Yes. You ready? 1, 2, 3. You know what? We don't have something called the Uwu Shuffle, so it's interesting. I bet my brain didn't hold on to the idea very strongly. Here it is. 1 cold one. No! All right. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, bro. Ugh. Okay. Now, if you guys don't open these, I'm going to open them. I'm going to grade them all. Because I bet that they do very well as graded cards. They look like they do very well. Okay. Throw that away. Now let's put a big sticker on it. Spider-Man. There it is, Spider-Man. By the way, did you know we have a gym break? It's halfway done. That is a halfway completed gym break. We need 1 more person in there. All right, it's 6:30. We're out of orders. It is the Thursday daytime stream. How's it going, everybody? Hatua. We always have a lot going on over here. So we've got this new Magic the Gathering set. The other thing we got going on are these bad boys right here. So that's new as well. And these guys are $5 a pack. If you've never opened them before, it's Marvel. That is the new Weiss 3 Marvel. We actually have 2 new card sets on the menu right now for you to play around with. There it goes. So 72 and 5 Magic and Marvel. We have this really interesting gym challenge. It's kind of riskier at $45, so you really got to go in. But Mr. Jose Achilles is in. He's waiting for someone to join. Whoever pulls it gets a whole box. Pretty interesting. It's that English cards. Yes, these are the English ones, not the Japanese ones. This right here. If it was Japanese, it would be Japanese right here on this side. So this is a English booster pack. And then this is probably Japanese. So whenever Weiss releases a new set, it releases it in Japanese first. So those are brand new. Don't forget about those. There's your gym break. We need to put together a vintage pack break as well for Pokemon. We don't have that yet. Thanks, Tammy. Are the Raw Shuffles like Pokebras? I don't remember the Pokebras very well, but yes, they are. No, they're a little bit different, actually. So the way they've changed is they work similar to the Poke Shuffle. So it works kind of like this. Cold pack, cold pack, cold pack, cold pack, hot pack. Kind of like that. And every time you open them, they're shuffled. So they've been evolving over the time, the Raw Shuffles. If you guys come up with a better name for them, I'll use that. Also, I believe we're not going to strictly stick to Pokemon cards only. What we're going to be doing is we'll start putting anything that I think is fun and valuable in there. It has to be valuable. So when you open it, you go, oh, that's cool. Even if you don't, let's say you don't collect that particular thing, you go, okay, I can see that I pulled something very valuable. So let's say I run into like a signature card, and I'm saying, hey, why don't we have a signature card in the Raw Shuffles? So it's going to, and you know, that's a little bit, how's the Astral Radiance? Here it is, Astral Radiance is over here. This is sort of more like an out-of-print box break. Here it is, up to 3. This could take a while. This could take a couple weeks. I don't know how long it'll take, but it is a box of Astral Radiance that we are selling. I need to raise some money in order to buy a new iPhone. I think I'm going to buy a new iPhone, guys. That's why I started that. Normally, I would not sell that because it's too good. Why would you sell it? It's just going up. But we are selling it because it's time to do that. Here's the new Mega Sublist. The next round of the Mega Sublist is down here. Gengar is flying. He is really going fast. So we are on round number 4, and Team Rocket Grunt already bought the first spot. Here's the Mega Evolutions Booster Box Break. We could have a whole list of just the current breaks. We could have a whole list of current breaks. It's actually really crazy. You know, I've been thinking maybe it's time to start having menus that we show off in front of the camera instead of just in the description. But yeah, you can see there's 4 people in here right now, and there's a total of 11 spots. 7 people are needed. Ancient Origins, very nice. Last night, Isaac Thomas has joined the 151 surprise case break for Gengar. So he is on the list now. We're 7 out of 20, 13 spots remain. Pretty good. Mr. Some of the cards I requested should be sent to PSA, but have the T on them. Do you think it will matter in the grand scheme of things? No, not really. The tag grading is very good. I've been grading a lot with them. Did you know I've graded over 700 cards with them already? Like, that's pretty good. And, you know, if you wanted to go to PSA, though, and if you paid for PSA, then we should swap it over to PSA. Because that does not matter either. The difference sort of is like this. Tag grading might be done in about a month. PSA grading is probably going to take 4 to 5 months from the looks of it. Like, we have an August submission, and they finally gave us like a due date, and the due date is December. What? December. So it's getting so long with PSA, we're approaching the half-year wait time, which I've seen this before, which is exactly why PSA just raised their prices too, but not for me. I guess they didn't raise it for certain tiers. But yeah, so we're seeing PSA is adjusting their expectations for when sets will be done. And it's funny because I sell tag slabs all the time for the same or even more than the cost of a PSA slab. All the time. Like, look at this. So I'm enjoying tag a lot, and I'm going to be grading a massive amount of cards with them now that I have a contract anyways. But look, if you paid for PSA, we can send it to PSA. There it is. These have been doing very well. All right. Hey, Mr. It's your good friend, Mr. Punchball. I think some of those are to PSA, but you can keep the extra couple $10. I don't want to go through the pain of searching for everything. Yeah, so if you want to go through and you can carefully test which ones should have gone to PSA, but that would suggest I made a bunch of mistakes. I don't know. Did I really? But you can, if you do, just take a screenshot of the transaction and then just share that in Discord, and we can get that updated, okay? Any news on the BGS submission from February? Yeah, so they reported that the guy who was working on it quit, and that is why it's so far behind. They didn't issue an apology or anything, but I think they should, because waiting 7 months is pretty insane. But let's go ahead and back up here. But they said they are working on it now. How crazy is that? Some guy quits and then your submission is stuck from February. Like, that's not right. I feel like that's really inappropriate. They should have it done like right now, but it's still not done. Anyways, I'm not going to fight with them because you just don't want to fight with a business that is a very important business. Let's see what it is. So, it's here. Nothing has a grade yet. I don't know when they're going to officially start grading things, but damn, dude. Received date 2/19/2025. Wow. So this has been 7 months. 7 months we've been waiting for that one, all because some guy quit. I don't like that at all, but hopefully that is finished soon. They just added one of our other orders into their system. Yeah, all the grading companies are backed up horribly. That's why you guys should consider doing tag grading with me. Tag has said they try to take care of their tag dealers a little faster. That's what they said. They said we try to prioritize them, and that is extremely good. Like, it's sort of like getting. So if we're doing $39, oh, by the way, I'm going to change the PSA price back to $39 now that I know the price didn't actually change for me. So if it's $39 for PSA grading, $30 for tag grading, which is almost $10 off. It's $9 off. But there's a difference in the turnaround times. Let's say tag grading's a month and a half. PSA's like 4 to 5 months. I mean, that's like the difference between express grading and bulk grading. And so you're getting like almost an express grading price, and it's cheaper than PSA. It's just a better deal. And I wish the other grading companies would consider making me deals like that, because I would be very interested in, picking one company, just being good friends with that company. But, it's tag grading. That's what they did. So they deserve a lot of my business, and that's why I'm going to give them. It's Mr. Punchball. Punchball! I'm so glad we have Mr. Punchball here. All right, let's see. Let's see. The Mr. Punchball. Can I have that magic pack? Yes. Let's see what he says. Magic the Pack at my car store is 50, 72. Boo. Ha. What car you drive? Are you asking me what car I drive? Mr. Punchball, you drive a Ferrari. Mr. I just put in for that box break against Mr. Achilles under Aaron Rodriguez. Sweet. All right, let's get back to it. You ready? Here goes. Team Rocket Grunt says, last big purchase I'll be making, those prismatic are killing me. 1 Lucario and 20 Yu-Gi-Oh! Ghost of the Past. 20 of them. 20 of them. Do I even have 20 of them? All right, we better get started, guys. I got to warn you, I might not have 20 of these, okay? Mr. Punchball drives an exotic car. Punchball's so nice. He just comes in and says the nicest things. All right, put this over here. All right. Whew. I grabbed all the stuff. Pop this over here. Ready? Ooh. All right. Let me set this out of the way. So we're going to start with your prismatic. Oh yeah, prismatic. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And 4. Very nice. Can you flip and rip? It's Mr. Punchball. He's really rich. There it is. Snipping this. Snip. Snipping this. And snipping this. And snipping this. And snipping this. We're also going to snip these. And snip these. Ta-da! I sent the Discord message with 3 cards, if you could check, please. Let's do that, okay? Want a base set box. You want a base set box? I want a base set box. All right, let's take a quick look. Oops. Let me expand this. All right. Oops. Let me click mark on red. Let's take a quick look at this. Look at that Arcanine and then send it to PSA. Eevee and Jolteon to PSA. Is it possible that you looked at the Arcanine and potentially changed it from PSA to tag grading maybe? And then Eevee and Jolteon to PSA. Did you have multiple Jolteons potentially? Let me see. I think I sent a Jolteon and a Eevee to PSA for you. Let me look under PSA submissions. So under CS Min, we have... Here's a Jolteon Jungle that went to PSA. Is there an Eevee? Mime, Surge, Meloetta, Gyarados, Magikarp, Jolteon, Dark Golduck, Dark Magikarp. Maybe not. I don't see another Eevee though. All right, we'll definitely take a quick look into that. But let's do that right after the stream. I just need to steal it from my dad. Steal from your parents. I have two, but I checked and I sent two. One to PSA and one to tag. I see. So here is Scoop Up Cyclone. Oh, look at that. All right. Is it just me? Or are these prismatics handing out more SIRs in these, in these UPCs or whatever they're called, these premium collections? It feels like they're handing out more of these hit SIRs. But you got Iron Crown. That sucks, dude. You got Ogerpon and you got Iron Crown. Dang, dude. But you really didn't open that many of them to pull those. You realize that, right? Like, so if we were opening up the booster bundles or the ETBs, we would not have pulled this many SIRs. And actually, I feel suspicious that it's possible that somebody was stealing from the production line again. Remember, they had that problem in the past. And it almost makes me wonder if that's still going on, but they've learned to shut up about it. You know what I mean? Like, they learned not to go over to a card shop and offer it all to a card shop. Has Pokemon really done enough to make sure that somebody can't steal them? Have they changed their system over? It is. Okay, Ocean's 11. Here's this. All right. Here's Amory's Treasure Tracker. The fact that we're pulling so many SIRs out of this other product makes me feel like either they changed the formula, but more likely, I think, yeah, I don't know, actually. Yeah, but they could have changed the formula, or could be the case someone was stealing off of the first print run. We are. There's Friends in Paldea. Thoughts on the Mega? Well, they printed a whole lot. The new Mega Evolution set? Sure, why not? I mean, they seem to print based on how popular it is. So if a set's really popular, they print more of it. Here's Heatran. I mean, they're probably also revving up the printer for Phantasmal Flames, which would be one of the most overpriced sets in the last couple of years, guys. So be careful with Phantasmal Flames. It's going to be ridiculous. It's going to be ridiculous. Here is Techno Radar. Ooh. Okay, Techno Radar. Badoo. Oh, I'm having shoulder pain. Weird. It's weird because I don't even use my shoulder. I don't do anything like crazy physical with them at all. Maybe that's the problem. Here's Umbreon and Master Ball. Hippopotas. So you pull a Master Ball and an SIR out of just one of these. Wow. Crazy. I feel like that's a much better pull rate than we were getting in like the booster bundles. But I can't be sure. I'm not sure, actually. There goes. At this point with Pokemon, just shoplift says Mr. Punchball. Mr. Punchball, that would be illegal. That would be illegal. We are. How do you feel about getting in trouble for that? Don't you worry that if you got caught, you will have to potentially go to jail or pay a large fine? Also, don't you think that that's not a good thing for society, Mr. Punchball? Don't you think that that's bad for society to think that way? If something's expensive, you should steal it from someone. Don't you think that that's a bad idea? It is. I know, it was a joke. I heard the Mega Brave 10. Well, you can't tell sometimes, though. You know, you're pretty young. Sometimes kids don't know right from wrong. It's the truth. They're still learning. All right, so 20 of these. You're ready for that Ghost Rare. You're taking a very serious shot at the Ghost Rare. So we need a total of 5 boxes.
Bro. Hey, bro. What's up, bro? Bro, I'm 12.
Bro, what? You're all grown up. Boomer. He's so old. Ha ha ha, I can finally talk. You smelliest. No! I'm not that smelly. I smell good. What are you talking about? You gotta smell good for the huzz. There it is. All right. Let's see. AOG says, my luck with Ghosts from the Past was so bad. Yeah, it's tough out there with Ghosts of the Past. It's an insane set. It really is like this set where you open up a trillion packs and pull nothing. And then the guy next to you, he opens one pack and pulls a Ghost Rare. That's the nature of Ghost of the Past. So it's a frustrating set. Where's the Espeon break at? There's like 5 spots left or 6 spots. It's really close. It's really close. More spots sold in the daytime stream. I don't remember the exact number of spots, actually. I pulled a ghost rare on your channel, but it was the ball. No! We want Blue Eyes. We want Dark Magician Girl. Red Eyes is not too bad. This set's so popular, I have done a reorder on it. And I love the cases that it comes in. I love the Yu-Gi-Oh case because it's a big fat case. So we are looking at 20 packs of Yu-Gi-Oh! Ghost of the Past. Mr. Team Rocket Grunt with the big orders the last 2 days. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate the big orders. What time is it? 6:48? Wow. Nice busy day, guys. Despite only having about 65 viewers in the daytime stream, we got lesser views in the daytime stream. Wonder if we've been saying too many naughty things. Did you know YouTube actually blocked one of my videos because it said that we were talking, not fully blocked it, but blocked it from advertisers because it said our conversations were too controversial? How crazy is that? Too controversial. Wow. All right, let's see. But you have to wonder if the algorithm thinks that that's true, you have to wonder if they also wonder, you know, whether to show the stream off at all. There it is. But we got Mr. Punchball. I think things are good. Mr. Punchball, would you recommend this stream to your friends? You are? All right. They can't handle the heat. Okay, here it goes. Here it goes. 20 packs, everybody. That was 5 times 4. Let's see. 2, 3. We are? He says, nah, I'm not good enough for Mr. Punchball, guys. We're cooked. We are. What would you like better in the stream? Would you like it if I was kind of talking like this? All right, everybody. We're going live for Pokemon. How's that? Is that good? You think your friends would like that? Go. Different time zones. I think they would, Mr. Punchball. I think you're playing me. Go. I think you're clowning on me, bro. All right, let's see. Energy. What if I talked like that? Would that work? Cold. All right. Nah, bro. I'm not your bro. You can call me Mr. Sir. All right. All right. Cold. Okay. Picking up some cold ones. Here is another cold one. Mystical Shine Ball looking like a ghost rare back there. Cold. Or any card. They don't like Pokemon. Oh, your friends don't like Pokemon. Those aren't your friends. Your friends don't like Pokemon. What do they like? Here we go. All right. They don't like Pokemon. They probably like being lame. Here we are. All right. Here's... They probably like Labubu or some crap. Here we go. All right. Just don't wax your eyebrows. All right. What do we have here? Very good. Here's some cold ones. Bro, now you're being mean. Who's being mean? Yeah, stop being mean, AOG. Jesus. Some people are mean. Not me, though. I'm very nice. That's why they call me Mr. Nice. Okay. All right. Very nice. All right. Here's a cold one. Come on. Where's the ghost rare? Cold. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. It's not over. There's still like 2 packs left. It's technically not over till the last pack. You ready? 2 packs. 1. Oh my God. And 2. All right. That's so bad to watch. I'm so sorry, Team Rocket Grunt. That is definitely not a hot round that time. Woo! You did pick up an SIR from the Prismatic, but at what cost? It was Cobalion. Good thing for the stamps, huh? So there's your Iron Crone. Not Cobalion. No. It's Iron Crown because he is a Cobalion. He's a Cobalion ripoff. Here's Hippopotas Master Ball. He's kind of cool. But you do pick up your Tyrannitars, your Lucarios, so those are nice. I think that those really make the prismatic box a tempting thing to open these days. But that is going to be a really rough round. Can you check the back or SIR? Yes. The back of the SIR. Here it is, Iron Crown. Okay, you ready? Well, I can tell you it's not the back that has a problem, it's the front. I'll do a free pre-grade on this for you. You have such a big order. So when we zoom in, something's not good with that edge right there. Now, if you take that home, you might be able to take like a rolling pin to that edge, but I would do that before submitting it, okay? Do that before submitting it. If we are measuring top to bottom, though, there's a top to bottom problem here. This card is a 9 or worse. Oof. That's what it's all about, man. I'm telling you guys, that's why the breaks are so good. They're just already 10s. And yeah, you get bad odds in them. Like your odds are not 1 in 2 or something for like the Espeon, but it's like you don't get good odds in anything. Nothing's good odds. Everything's difficult. That's how it goes from $40 to $1,000. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's tough out there. Hey, what's up, NHCC? What's your favorite Pokemon? What's my favorite Pokemon? I love Cutiefly. I'm a big Cutiefly fan. Case number 8 is still in the description. Let me remove that. I thought I removed that. Maybe it didn't save. I specifically remember working on removing it, so why would it still be here? I'm so sorry, man. No, it's not. It's not there. It's not there. Oh, it's in the clearance. I see. It's in the clearance. All right, we're removing that, and we're hitting save. All right, cool. It's gone. It's goners. All right. Oh, that's a tough round, isn't it? Mr. Team Rocket Grunt, let's get you in this giveaway over here. So this is a special giveaway where you just get designated to it. So you're going in. Okay. Okay, that's because today was a tougher round. It was the Ghost Rares that did it to you, to be honest. If you had not ordered these at all, this would still be okay. You know why? Nice little Master Ball, stamped cards, right? These guys did you in. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Ghost of the Past. By the way, for anyone who also wants to lose money on Ghost of the Past, we have a whole nother display box left. And then after that display box, we have 2 more of the mini display boxes, which is about, what is that? So we have a total of 5 times 4, which is 20, plus 2 more, which is 28, and 2 more. So we have a total of 30 packs left. Do I recommend buying it? No, because it's terrible. It's just a terrible product. But it always sells. People love it. They love a chance at that Ghost Rare. People love a chance at that Ghost Rare, man. All right. This shall require another bag, and we will need to move on to the next order. The Ghost Rare is in the next box. I know, that's always the feeling of it too, by the way. But he took a real shot at it. So did Mark. Is Mark still here? Yeah, Mark took a real shot at that Ghost Rare. Whew. Okay, TRG. This bag shall be on the table, Mr. TRG. Okay, I'll put it in a really visible spot so I know where it's at. There it goes. So, Mr. Aaron Rodriguez, I'll do the booster box break against Jose Achilles and 2 Ghosts of the Past. All right, did you hear that? So, there are 2 fewer Ghosts of the Past now. So that 28 packs remain, I think. Leave me alone about my mom. She works very hard. Yeah? A hard-working woman, huh? We are? Very nice. That's good. It's good to have a hard-working mom. Some moms are a little bit lazy, so you're lucky if you got a hard-working mom. There we are. Cold. And cold. Yeah, some people do not have a hard-working mom, and that's not a good thing. But okay. She's a hard-working one. All right. Edward's laughing. Mr. Punchball, you're learning a little bit about people. You know, people love to tease. Especially if there's an age difference. If you're younger than them, they're going to beat you up all day. There it is. So, this box break right here, that was 2 cold Ghosts of the Packs. And here is the Jose Achilles Gym Challenge. All right, you ready? So, this is Aaron Rodriguez, Jose Achilles. You guys are watching a gym break. I'm leaving the stream. Everyone's being rude. What? I'm not being rude. What about me? I'm being really nice. Don't you think I'm being really nice? They call me Mr. Nice. We're looking for Aaron Rodriguez, Jose Aquiles. Do they have cards? I don't think they do, huh? Okay. All right. Arturo Perez. Oh, wow. Okay, so there's an Omar Batui. He's still hanging out with us. Let's see. So we'll make you some new cards. Remember when Call Me Carson got canceled for talking to a 17-year-old while being 18? Call Me Carson. I don't know that kind of stuff. We are. Like a girl and a boy? Was it like romantic? Ooh, you're both getting... Okay. Was it romantic? You know, there's an age where you're allowed to talk to a person because they're of age, and then there's a line where you're not allowed to do that. And stick to that line. Don't cross it. Don't be stupid. Why are people so dumb about it? We don't all get to be Elvis Presley. We are. Let's see. God, Elvis Presley was talking to a... How old was she? 13 or something? My God, dude. That's nuts. That's basically grooming, right? Okay, Aaron Rodriguez. Well, we are good to go. Jose Aquiles is on the left side because he was in there first. That's the rules. You're being mean to my friend. The chat is being rude. I'm 12. I'm old enough to know life skills. Oh, really? You know what? I think you're right, Mr. Punchball. I think you are old enough to know life skills. We are. What can we do to make it up to you? We are. How old was the girl that dated the David Rapper guy? 14, 15? There it is. That's nuts, dude. That was fun to do. So Cyberstan, 12. Are you being supervised online? We are. Yeah, don't don't hang out with the wrong groups. This group will make fun of you, but we're a pretty safe place to hang out. Nothing bad will happen over here. Here's Ditto. You can't beat Ditto. Ditto's more like he's like a delay Pokemon. All right. That's a tie. Round number 2. The tree. Tree's hard to beat. All right. Round number 1 or 2 going to Achilles. Round number 2, Achilles. Round number 3. Oh, Clan Pearl's terrible. Oh, round number 3 going to Aaron Rodriguez. We have a tie going on. Round number 4. Oh, man. Garchomp's one of the best Pokemon. No trainers have been pulled yet. Oh, my God. It was close. It is going to Jose Aquiles. Sorry, Aaron Rodriguez. All right. Whew. How cool would it be if after the match was over, you were actually given a Pokemon card from the actual deck? Would that be cool? Make it up to me with 1 free prismatic pack. Well, I meant, how can I make it up to you without giving you free Pokemon cards? All right, let's see. What if I said,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
does that work? How do you feel if I said,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The clamps.
ooh,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
all right, so here's Boob McGee. So this is Jose Aquiles' box. Let's see what he pulls. So, ready?
I'm sorry.
All right, what we got? I'm very sorry.
Sorry.
Jose Aquiles, what's he pulling? 1 whole box of Scarlet. Ta-da! I'm very sorry. All right, you ready?
Sleep.
I was thinking about giving him a free Charizard.
1 free Charizard, please.
All right, let's snip it. And let's snip this. If we're still in business like 6 years later, which we probably will be, Imagine Mr. Punchball is all grown up and he comes into the stream. He's like, so, remember when I was 12 and you were a jerk? Guess what? I'm not buying any cards from you. All right, there we go. You're like, I'm never buying a single card from you. There's Howlucha. Howlucha. I just want to know when Jaguar is going to hit 18 years old so he can come over and buy some cards. Who's that other guy who comes in? He has like King in the name or something like that. I can't remember. He got shot in the face, and I actually believe him. I think he's telling the truth about it. Go. Let's see. His name's on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember his name. Alex would know. Alex would remember this stuff. How does Alex remember this stuff? Here's Plum Wild. Something like Kingman. What was his name? Cold? Kingston. Oh my gosh. There it is. Yeah, Kingston. There we go. That guy's going to hit 18 years old eventually. I wonder if he'll buy some cards from us. You guys think he'll come over here and open some cards? I hope he does. We are. Yeah, you say he got shot in the face. Hanging out with the wrong kids. Oh, man, that's crazy. You know why I was pretty sure he definitely got shot in the face? Because he was preparing to share a picture with me. And someone pointed out that that's probably not appropriate. And I said, yeah, you're actually right. Don't share. We don't need to see a picture of your shot up face. But he was getting ready to do it. And he sounded pretty like it wasn't just a made up story for him. He like had too many details. And damn, dude, he is Gyarados. Woo! But I don't remember how old. Is he like 16 now? I bet he turns like 16 this year. So 2 more years, he'll be allowed to open cards over here. I've actually think we've gotten a person or two who grew up and started buying cards from us again, or started buying cards as they got older. Look at this, Ralts. I think that's a really cool thing. It just shows you how long we've been in business. It's been a really long time. They are. And so 6 years from now, maybe Mr. Punchball will come back and remember how badly we teased him. Justice for the kids affected by scalping. When I was a kid, you could buy a pack of Team Rocket WOTC era for $4 from your local card shop. There it is. Now, Mega Evolution box, I think the cheapest you get a pack from there is going to be like $10 or something. You go to the store, you pay taxes on your pack or something. You pay $10 on it because you can't find it at the store, obviously. So you're buying it from some secondary specialty shop for $10 or more. Ew. Louis might have been 12. Nah, Louis is not 12. What how Louis holding up? Think Louis doing well? All right, Aaron Rodriguez. Sorry about your miss. We are. It looks like Mr. Jose Achilles pulled a couple cool ones. Oops, we didn't sleeve these. Let's sleeve these up. Found Mega Evo stocked at Target. Nice. At Target? There we go. You mean I can get Mega Evo at Target? I'm going. King Gambit. That's neat. Donphin. All right. Cool, man. Who was Dave Charmander? That was years. That was like 5 years ago, 4 years ago. And he was just some guy who came in and just wanted to like fight with everybody. He was a customer, right? But he was like this guy who had his stick up his butt or something. And he just talked in a way like he was on the edge of, on the brink of fighting with anyone he talked to. There it is. He had like a serious Italian wife vibe going. He had a real Mamma Mia going. But it's funny because he would fight me in Discord too. Something would happen and he'd be angry about it. And he'd come into Discord and in private messages, he'd like shout at me. I'd be like, I don't got to take this from you. Can't find it near me. Got to buy it online. Bryce, check my bag for grading submission. Okay, so Bryce, you just want me to pick a card out of your bag? Is that what you're saying? Mr. Bryce. All right. First, we got to find your bag. Brad Bettle. Bryce. You don't have an expired bag by chance, do you? I hope not. Oh, no, you do not. Oh, but you have a bag that's not even close to expiring. Somebody with a similar name to yours might have had an older bag. Maybe that's why my brain went off. Here's another Bryce Wolf bag, so that's good. And here's Braden. Brett. Yeah, look at this Brett guy with like 4. Look, his bag was created on 8/23. That's expired. Well, the B box is cleared out after we took Mr. Brett's stuff and put him on his own shelf. He's got his own shelf. That's what's going on with Mr. Brett. Okay, nothing too crazy here. Let's check this bag next. How much is that Sneaky Bunko slab? 60 bucks. Pristine 10, by the way. Pristine 10. Golden Crobat, that's interesting to me. Weezing's okay. Wobbuffet's okay. Golden Crobat. Oh, Houndoom. That one might be better. I'm pretty sure that one's better than the Crobat. Lily's Clefairy. Got to test that. Lycanroc. Got to test that. Little reverse Tyranitar going on there. You could grade this. I don't think he's going to do super well. Blaziken. Okay, so here are your top pulls. You've basically ordered a bag sort, right? That's what you've done. Mr. Bryce. Come on, dude. Any good movies in the movie theaters? I kind of want to take Karis out to the movies sometime. Maybe this weekend or something. Hey, guys, what's the best place to get cards graded in your guys' opinion? PSA is still pretty much the standard, but I'm liking tag grading because I got a special contract with them, and so we get a good price on tag grading. Okay. Okay. This one's pretty borderline. I'd say 9.5 on the Lycanroc. Slightly off center. This one's probably got a really strong shot. Slightly off center, but I'd say within the realms, within the range of a 10. Print line right there. Yeah, so it's going to be between these two cards right here, Mr. Bryce. You can send them both out to tag for $30 a piece, but oh no, you can't because tag doesn't do Korean yet. So these guys go to PSA. If I had to choose between one of two of these, I'd go with the Houndoom. Houndoom, he's going to be really popular over time. I mean, the gold card doesn't look bad here, but it's got to be Houndoom because he just looks so cool. So that would be my top choice for you. Thank you, Mr. Bryce. That was a bag sort, and I did a little complimentary choosing for him there. Thank you, Mr. Bryce. Mr. Bryce. Houndoom, how much is PSA grading? So we do $39 middleman grading for PSA. There we go. All right. Their breakdowns of all other than PSA are better. But unfortunately, people prefer PSA still at the moment. But I might jump on tag early, too, and hope it overtakes PSA. Nothing's overtaken PSA, man. They're too big. They're too big. They can't be overtaken. But, you know, side grading like BGS is very popular. Did you know tag grading actually has a pristine grade that's very similar to Black Label? It's this sort of grade they don't hand out very often at all. Super rare, very hard to get. Mr. Hawk, he says, give me one of them junk packs. You got it. What'd you pull on your junk pack, Mr. Hawk? You ready? All right, let's just see what you got. You got... That's a magic card. Okay, you got one of these girl cards. You got a little Metazoo, some basketball. There we have it. All right, cool. Now, actually, you know, I've run out of these. I've run out of these. If we want me to make more of these junk packs in the future, I have to actually acquire these back from you guys. These little empty packet holders, or else I'm not going to be able to do it. Should have been saving them up this whole time. I didn't save them up, and that was my fault. People need to realize they're not as good, but maybe that's just me. Who, PSA? PSA's not bad. I don't got a lot of trash to talk about PSA. They haven't damaged one of my cards in a long time, so that's nice. They used to do that more often, I feel. Okay, Mr. Hawk. So, what did we do with you? You had a lot of orders. And did we give you your own box? What did we actually do with you, Mr. Hawk? Are you just up here? Oh, you're just up here. Okay. Cool. Take the baggage out of my bag. Says Mr. Ivan. Oh, yeah, you want me to open yours up and steal the little holders out of them? We could do that. Maybe a little bit later, though. We're actually out of time, aren't we? Yeah, it's 7:12, everybody. 7:12, everybody. What a great stream. Busy from the beginning to the end. Wow. Daytime streams are killing it. Look at those likes, too. Really nice on the likes. You guys are really nice to me. Thank you so much, everybody. Well, you know, I noticed we didn't hit the same peak viewers this time. The concurrent viewers number was definitely lower. Wonder why that is. Wonder if we're competing with another stream or if YouTube didn't send as many people my way. You know, these vertical streams, one of the main reasons for them was because of the large push we were receiving. But I'll end the stream and see what the data says, because even if we don't have a high peak concurrent, it might still be showing us off to a lot of people. We'll see what happens. All right, I'll see you guys for the late night stream for Thursday. Get ready.